Hello again, everyone. I'm Paul the Nitro Scars. Welcome to this edition of the Nitro Corner. Today is Tuesday, and it is time for the Monday Night Raw report. So let's get right into it. Monday Night Raw was a 3-hour broadcast of All Stars this past week. Let's get right into it. Stone Cold Steve Austin opened up the show as the special guest general manager and confronted The Miz, stating that he will not apologize to The Miz for giving him the Stone Cold Stunner, and that he is ordered to confront Alex Riley one-on-one in an exclusive edition of Piper's Pit with Roddy Piper. Very interesting scenario where that comes from later on in the show. Our first matchup sees Kane beat Alberto Del Rio by disqualification because he refused to break on the arm breaker while Kane was in the ropes at the count of 5. When that happened, the Big Show made his return and cleared the ring of Del Rio and his ring announcer, Mr. Rodriguez. It seems like the Big Show is intent on revenge against Alberto Del Rio. Next up, Sin Cara, Ezekiel Jackson, and Daniel Bryan score a big win in a 6-man tag over Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase. It looks like the descent of Wade Barrett continues. Remember, this past Friday, the core officially split up, so now Wade Barrett is on his own. But a good win for Sin Cara, Ezekiel Jackson, and Daniel Bryan. Next up, the United States Heavyweight Champion, former United States Champion, Sheamus scored an easy win over Santino Marella. Sheamus continuing that role he had last week in beating Randy Orton on SmackDown in that brutal no disqualification match. Speaking of Randy Orton, he confronted Christian next, stating that he wanted a piece of Christian after Christian cost him the win last week in that no disqualification match against Sheamus. The anonymous general manager said, no, you have a concussion, and that I am not going to jeopardize that World Heavyweight title match, so he banned Randy Orton from the arena for that incident. To say Orton's not too pleased about it is an understatement. Next up, Rey Mysterio scores a disqualification win over Christian because of because Christian refused to listen to the referee. He got himself disqualified on that. Next up was supposed to have been R-Truth against the returning John Morrison, but once again, John Morrison gets laid out in the locker room by R-Truth. He gets a metal case shoved in his body and face while Morrison was lying down clutching his neck. Who knows how long this time John Morrison will be out. Next up, tag team action sees Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne defeat Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. Once again, Swagger on his losing ways here in the WWE. Next up was Piper's Pit with Alex Riley and The Miz. Riley made a challenge to The Miz, saying that Roddy Piper could beat The Miz. So the match was on. Each man put up $5,000. And the special guest referee was Alex Riley. And in a matter of 3 minutes, Roddy Piper scores a pinfall win over The Miz after The Miz and Alex Riley had a fist fight. That means Roddy Piper is now $10,000 richer after Raw this past week. Moving on now to a 7-on-7 Divas tag match. Saw Kelly's team defeat Brie Bella's team. It seems like Kelly is the next in line to get a shot at the Divas title, as well as Beth Phoenix as well. Those are your two leading contenders. And then before the show ended, Stone Cold Steve Austin announced that next week's Raw is Power to the People. That's right. The WWE Universe gets to pick the matches, the stipulations, etc. What I say about it? Whatever. Folks, let's face facts. It's the bookers and the writers that do this stuff, not the fans. Fans vote. I don't think it counts in the WWE Universe as far as I'm concerned. I've had that happen to me twice. Remember that Cyber Sunday pay-per-views? I voted on it twice. Personal story. Voted on it twice. Didn't even matter. That's how the writers booked it another way. from mine, but that's the price you pay sometimes to be a wrestling fan. So, power to the people, I say whatever. And then in the main event, CM Punk pulls off an upset, beating John Cena thanks to a distraction from R-Truth at ringside. Then R-Truth comes in there, nails Cena with a face-forward slam, and then nails him with a water bottle to knock him out. Whatever on that water bottle thing. I can understand how a water bottle can hurt someone, well, if it's fully loaded. You can see the results. R-Truth looking forward to taking on John Cena for that WWE title this Sunday at Capital Punishment. And that is Raw for this week. Overall, Raw was a okay show, with CM Punk pulling off an upset over John Cena and R-Truth continue in his wacky ways. That is it for this edition of the Nitro Corner. A program note, this Sunday I'm going to the double feature once again. Not only will you get a classic match of the week, but I will be bringing back once again the booking sheet, this time for Capital Punishment. Until Friday, for the Impact Report, I'm Paul the Nitro Scover saying, so long everybody.